We move on. We understand the month of Iyar, Sheni, Shnei, there are two things. Aveda, this hapcha. The first Aveda is transformation, because we said the month of Nisan is a skafia, to run away from evil, to curtail the evil. But now in the second month, we have the ability to transform the evil, which is Tachlis Hashleimus of which is the ultimate purpose of running away from evil. It's not simply to run away from it, but it's to transform it. And then you have the second Aveda of Yelchem B'chayil L'chayil, to go higher and higher, B'kedusha Atzmi. I say toiv, to do acts of goodness and kindness. Let's say and therefore we say that the counting and the census of the Jewish people that took place in the first of the second month was through Moses and Aaron, because they represent these two aspects. Aaron represents the idea of Shumedah, running away from evil to a degree that you transform it to holiness. Because Aaron represents peace. Peace means to make peace with all your problems, peace with all your skeletons, peace with all your past. That is the idea of Aaron. However, the idea of Aaron, which is the idea of peace, is to negate confrontation, is to negate separation and divisiveness. On the contrary, it's about unifying everybody. And then the second aspect, and that is to do good. And that is Shaykh Moshe, that is the connection of Moses and Yonihu Torah, which represents Torah. Torah is so powerful. When you learn Torah, there's no room for any imperfection. There's no room for impurity. And definitely there's no room for sin. And that's the meaning. When Moses was born, the entire house was filled with light. It was a spiritual light that shone forth in Moses' face. And they said, it's toiv, it's good. And according to one opinion in the Talmud, he was called toiv, he was called Tuvia, that was his name, because of the light that came forth. So we saw it was good. The entire house was filled with light. In such a place when it's so clear and so light and so bright, there's no room for any imperfection, there's no room for any sin. And rather, this represents the idea of doing acts of goodness and kindness. Furthermore, not only was the counting of the Jewish people done through Moses and Aaron as a partnership, but also the going out of Egypt. There was a partnership between Moses and Aaron. Even though primarily you can argue it's more connected to Aaron than Moses, because going out of Egypt that time was running away from evil, which is the idea of Aaron, to run away from evil and make peace with it. This kafia, the first of all, it's surely connected to Aaron, because Aaron represents running away from evil to a degree that not only do you have a skafia, that you curtail the evil, but you also have this hapchi, transform the evil. Heim Nigel is bera in this hapcha. Heim Nigel is ane l'smeir b'Hashem. My days b'Hashem and Baruch Hu Aved the kedusha shlemayim bin abrudim. It says the Rebbe that even when a person is on a level that is only able to do his skafia, only able to curtail his animal soul. However, in his mind, his goal, his objective has to be is hapcha, transformation. Why? Because this is part of the shavua, this is part of the oath that a person takes before they're born. I will not be a sinner, and I'll be righteous. Tehid tzaddik. I'll be a tzaddik, v'al tirash, but at least I won't be a sinner. So what do we see from here? That even a sinner needs to keep in mind that I need to try to be a tzaddik. And furthermore, by the fact that you reach to a higher plateau, you reach to a higher space, this gives you more energy and more vitality and more strength to be able to fulfill your mission in your realm of iskafia, in your realm of curtailing and subjugating the animal soul. So in other words, why did you need both Aaron and Moses to take the Jews out of Egypt? Seemingly, primarily, according to Kabbalah, leaving Egypt was directly associated with the theme and the characteristic of Aaron. So says the Rebbe, because even when you live in a realm of iskafia, even if you are only on that level of al tehirasha, don't be a wicked, yet at the same time, you need to have that reach and that goal and that desire to be like Moses, to learn Torah, to bring light into the world, and to ascend to this level of perfection. In other words, you have to create high goals, make your goals bigger and higher than reality, so that even if, so to speak, you don't make it to the ultimate finish line, yet that goal will pull you to a whole new place, to a better place and a more successful place.